If you're looking for the best place to trade your crypto assets in a decentralized way with no KYC, super low fees, and never losing control of your keys, then this video is for you. In this beginner-friendly video, we're going to be diving deep into the Orion Protocol terminal and showing you just how easy it is to utilize this platform and everything it has to offer. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, in this video we are going to be doing a step-by-step guide as to how to navigate the Orion Protocol platform. This is going to be a very beginner-friendly video, so if you are an experienced trader, this might not necessarily be the video for you, but if you want a good understanding of how to navigate the exchange and how to utilize all of the features that this platform offers, then be sure to stick around. Now, if you are completely unfamiliar with what Orion Protocol is, here's a very brief breakdown. As you guys can see right in front of you, your single point of access to the crypto market, where you can access decentralized exchanges, centralized exchanges, and swap pools all in one place from your wallet of choice, your non-custodial wallet of choice. This is a global platform with no KYC. We're talking about a one-of-a-kind place. And of course, it is all powered by the ORN token being at the center of it all. Now, in order to access the protocol, you have two options. You can come to orionprotocol.io and hit the trade option, or you can simply bookmark trade.orionprotocol.io right away. Now, why I recommend you bookmark this is there's a lot of scams out there, guys, and I'm sure you're familiar with it. You don't want to accidentally go to a phishing website that's impersonating Orion Protocol and lose your funds. So I highly recommend you make sure you get the right URL and you bookmark it so you can always access it the right time, the first time, every time you want to utilize the platform. So this is the first thing you're going to see when you come to the platform. As you guys can see, we are on the swap section, but first I want to come up here and talk briefly about the different wallet options. So under this tab, come down to change wallet, and under here you can see the long list of different wallet options and network support for Orion Protocol. We have MetaMask, we have lots of software wallets, but we also have hardware wallet options like Ledger and Treasure. If you want to be on the safest side, of course you're going to want to use a hardware wallet because you need that extra layer of confirmation when making trades. But if you are a consistent trader with some experience, there's nothing wrong with using a software wallet like MetaMask, where you don't have to make confirmations every single time with a hardware wallet and open bridges, which can be a hassle. Over here, we can see the different networks that are available currently for Orion Protocol. This will be expanded extensively in the future. Next on the list, I believe, is Phantom that we can expect to be integrated. But luckily, we have the two most popular at the moment being Ethereum and Binance Smart Chain. Under this tab, you can also copy your address and disconnect your wallet as well. And then right here to the left, this is where you can swap between the different networks seamlessly on this platform. So if I want to seamlessly go to Binance Smart Chain, simply hit that, and I can also go back. This little exclamation point is showing here because it's asking me to swap the network in my software wallet, that being MetaMask. So I would want to go into my MetaMask and swap the Binance Smart Chain. But for this video, we're going to stick with Ethereum. So this is the swap page. This is the perfect page if you want to seamlessly go from one asset to another without looking at all the technicals and placing market and limit orders and all the noise. If you want to just seamlessly make a quick swap, something similar to like what you'd see on a platform like Uniswap, this is the screen you're going to want to stick with. Under this tab here, you have a long list of assets to choose from that you can seamlessly swap in between. And a new feature they just added is showing the different network support for each cryptocurrency. So as you can see, all of these are supported on Ethereum and Binance Smart Chain. And then, for example, Omise Go is only supported by Ethereum. I really like this because, again, you know, for beginners out there, you might not have a clear understanding which assets are supported by what, and then you got to do research and try to figure it out, and it's just a big hassle. Having it all here in one place means that people don't have to jump back and forth to different websites to get information to make sure that they can make the trades that they want to make. Of course, you would also swap between the other cryptocurrency you want to swap in between. And then they also have this arrow in the middle, so if you want to seamlessly go back and forth, you can do so as well. Another great feature they added not too long ago was being able to select which cryptocurrency you want the fee to come out of. So if you don't want to pay the fee in the native token that you're swapping from or to, you could choose a different one. You can choose ORN, Ethereum, USDT, and BNB if you're on the Binance Smart Chain. Now, if you pay with ORN, you're going to get a little bit of a discount, 0.2% comparative to 0.3% with the other options. So again, I really like that. I think it's unique to have on a platform like this. And then, of course, you have your very traditional chart that is very beginner friendly if you don't want all the noise. Next up, we have the trading terminal. This is going to be the cockpit of the platform. This is the main hub where the majority of you are probably going to spend your time. It looks very similar to the majority of centralized exchanges out there, but like I said before, this is a aggregator. This is a decentralized platform. They aggregate centralized exchanges, decentralized exchanges, and swap pools all into one place to give us, the users, the best price possible when making trades, whether that's buying or selling. So up here at the top left, this is where we can see all the different asset support for the trading terminal. A nice long list. They're consistently adding to this list on the regular, so we can expect many more options in the future. Same thing applies here with the network section, where we can see all the different assets for Binance or Ethereum or both. And then of course we have the last price, 24-hour volume, the 24-hour change as well. And then if I want to add an asset to my favorites tab, I can simply star it, come up here to the favorite section, and it'll be right here. So everything can be nicely organized for you. So that's that. Now right down here, of course, we have your buy and sell options, and the really cool thing being the market and limit order. Again, it's not very often you see limit orders on decentralized platforms. So to be able to place limit orders, I think is a necessary thing to have. And of course, that came to the platform day one. If you guys aren't familiar with the difference between market and limit order, with the market order, that is very similar to the swap tab, where you want to place an order right away. You don't want to worry about the current price. Your market order will get filled right here at the current price that the asset is at, if it can get filled at that price. With the limit order, this allows you to place a specific price you want to have your order executed at. As you can see here, I can type in a specific amount I want to buy my ORN at. It will place that order and set it over here for me, where it will hopefully eventually be filled. So that's the difference between market and limit order. Now, right here under the percentage options, this is just a seamless way to navigate between different percentages. So if I want to sell the whole amount, of course, I can just simply hit the 100% instead of typing that in specifically. And same thing goes for all the other options. Down here, we can see my network fee. Now, again, we are on the Ethereum network, so the network fee is going to be very high comparative to Binance Smart Chain. So that's why it is definitely relevant to stick with the Binance Smart Chain when you're making consistent trades on this platform, and I'll show you how you can really utilize that in a second. But then we can also see the total fee right down here as well. That's including the 0.2% if I was to pay my fee in ORN, or if I was to use another option where it'd be 0.3%. And then of course down here, this is where I would allow Orion Protocol to use my ORN, and then I would accept everything. I would approve everything in my MetaMask wallet that I currently have connected. Over here, we have the option to change each candlesticks to different time frames, of course, and then we have a nice long list of indicators with a lovely trading view chart, which is definitely a necessity. And then up here, we can go full screen, take screenshots, change the chart properties, go auto, log percentage. and all of that good stuff. Down here, this of course is where you'll see your open orders, as well as checking out your history, and you can look at specific dates and times as well. And then of course over here we have our current orders that are placed. We have our order book, we have all the sells, all the buys, and what's really cool under right here, the execution, you can see, the exchange, you can see where these trades are taking place. So we can see Binance, KuCoin, Orion Terminal, etc. And down the road, we will definitely see more exchanges added to this section here. I believe crypto.com recently became a broker, and I'm sure we'll have many more coming down the road. So that's the trading terminal. Let's go ahead and head over to the Orion Bridge. Under the Orion Bridge, this is their most recent feature to their portfolio, and it's a really impressive one to say the least. So under the overview tab, this is where you can simply get a good overview of your current wallet that you have connected. You can deposit, withdraw, trade, and place atomic swaps right from this page. Now, I made a video a couple weeks ago actually utilizing the bridge, so we're not going to be doing it in this video, but I will leave that link down below if you would like a tutorial of how to actually utilize the Orion Bridge. But to give you a brief understanding of what the bridge is, this allows you to swap between different networks seamlessly in a decentralized manner, and by doing this allows you to save a lot of money and time when it comes to trading. For example, as you guys saw before, the fees to trade with Ethereum were extremely high. I mean, sometimes we're talking, $30, $50, well over $100 at some times. So if you're trading on the regular, it makes way more sense to utilize Binance Smart Chain, where it can be pennies on the dollars to make trades. That's where the Orion Bridge comes into play, where you can seamlessly swap different assets between the two networks and then utilize that asset on the platform with that network you swap to. So again, I did make a tutorial video a couple weeks ago, so I will be leaving that link down below if you want to check it out. But that is the Orion Bridge simplified for you. Under here, under the governance tab, this is definitely one of my favorite features. Orion Protocol introduced staking a couple months ago, and it's been nothing but a pleasure to stake on this platform. They currently have governance staking and of course liquidity pools. We're currently looking at the governance staking. So I've been staking with them a couple months, and like I said, it's been amazing, and I've gotten 90 ORN since I've begun. That is ORN I would have not gotten if I just let my ORN sit idle in a wallet or on a centralized exchange. But up here, this is really fascinating. The total amount of ORN staked on the Orion Protocol platform is 13.5 million ORN. Why is that significant? Well, the total circulating supply right now is a little over 34 million. That means we're pushing at nearly 50% of the total circulating supply being staked on the Orion Protocol platform. That just goes to show how engaged the community is, and you guys definitely stand out amongst the crowd when it comes to crypto projects out there. Under the stake section, this is where we can see how much ORN is currently staked for governance specifically. So we have about half currently staked, with the total being 7.5 million. And then we can see my staked amount with the current wallet that's linked being a little over 1,200. And then of course I can seamlessly stake more right here if I wish to do so, or I can also unstake as well. Down here, this is where you can get some information about the voting. So total votes in all pools is currently 5.4 million. And then available votes that I currently have is 1,209 available votes. Down here, again, this is where I could see the total amount that I've currently earned and the current APR for governance staking. And then, of course, if I wanted to claim it, I can simply claim it. And then the smart thing would be to restake it back into the platform and create some compound interest on my stake. But the one thing I want to talk about right now is the APR. Now, 20% for governance staking is phenomenal. That's really good. You do not see that very often in the cryptocurrency space for governance staking specifically, especially on a project that's extremely established at this point in time. You know, there's a lot of those small micro cap projects out there that have, you know, 1,000% APR on launch for governance, but those aren't sustainable, and I think we can all agree on that. But 20% is phenomenal, especially, you know, if you have some ORN just sitting somewhere idle collecting dust waiting to hopefully give you a big payday one day. You might as well lock it up in a decentralized manner and get that guaranteed 20% a year. Now, what's incredible is they actually just doubled this amount over the past couple days, and they were able to do this through three methods. The first being introducing USDT terminal fees. Like I showed you guys before, when you pay your terminal fees, you can either pay 0.2% with ORN or 0.3% with Ethereum, BNB, or USDT. Now, what they do with these, the accumulation of these fees, is that they actually buy back ORN on the open market, and then they redistribute that ORN amongst all governance stakers. And since the launch of this new USDT terminal fee, they've accumulated over 350,000 US dollars that they will be using again to buy back ORN and redistribute it to all governance stakers. The next fee that they were able to introduce to increase the APR is unstaking fees. So it's pretty straightforward. If you unstake your ORN from governance or liquidity pools, you will pay a fee to do so. All those fees that are accumulated, again, are redistributed amongst all the governance stakers that are still staking. And another fun fact, since January 30th, about 30 days ago, they've accumulated 13,000 ORN from unstaking fees that, again, will be redistributed amongst all ORN stakers. And then the last way they were able to increase the APR from around 10% to 20% is through a 0.1% governance pool fee. Since the launch of pre-mainnet staking, 0.1% pool fees have been collected via users voting on 5 ORN pools. Pretty much users can choose which pools that they think deserve to have ORN rewards on, which I will show you guys shortly. And those fees that were accumulated, again, will be redistributed amongst governance stakers. So those are the three methods they were able to introduce to increase the APR from 10% to nearly 20% in a matter of a couple days. And, you know, I wouldn't be surprised down the road if this APR continues to increase. Of course, it could also go down if demand really, you know, skyrockets. But overall, 20% for governance staking is absolutely incredible, and I, of course, am really taking advantage of it while it lasts. So next up, let's take a look at the pool section. This is all of the liquidity pools that are currently offered on Orion protocol, a nice long list. Now, under the liquidity pools, let's just start off with the top one. We have ORN to Ethereum. The liquidity is currently 3.5 million. The current amount staked, again, 3.5 million. And then this is showing the reward in ORN per week and the current staking APY. So, of course, if you wanted to partake in this liquidity pool, you would need to deposit 50% ORN and 50% Ethereum. By doing so, you would start accumulating 25% per year in those assets. On top of that, you would also receive ORN rewards. 5,154 ORN per week are distributed evenly amongst all of the liquidity in this pool. So not only are you accumulating 25% for these assets, but you're also collecting free ORN every single week by partaking in one of the 5 pools that the community votes on. Same thing, of course, with ORN to USDT, 45%, and as you can see, the weekly rewards in ORN for that are extremely high as well. So this is a great way to really capitalize right now and get yourself some extra ORN while you can, and then reinvest that and create a sense of compound interest with your portfolio by taking advantage of all these pools that are currently available. And of course, you can also add your own pool if you'd like. So this is, again, completely up to you. You can add whatever assets you want onto this platform, but do keep in mind that whatever you add, there is a minimum deposit. I believe the minimum is $10,000 per asset, but do not quote me on that, but I'm pretty sure it is $10,000 per asset. So you'd have to do 10,000 of one and say, 10,000 of USDT to create your own liquidity pool on Orion protocol. Up here you have some information about new pools that were introduced, and then of course right here, if you need to migrate to stake, you could do that right here as well. The governance tab here is irrelevant. As you can see, they recently moved it over here, so you don't need to worry about this tab anymore. Next up, we have the IDO tab. Under the IDO tab, this is where they do different sales for new projects exclusively on Orion protocol. So if you're a part of the community, you can really take advantage of these sales and find out about them early on. And a lot of the time with these sales, if you do get involved early, you can get bonuses on top of whatever they're selling and that sort of stuff. Victoria VR, I believe, was recently selling land, and then Chumbi Valley was the one that just recently partook on their IDO. Next up, under the statistics tab, this is pretty straightforward. We can see the total amount of ORN currently circulating, the 24-hour terminal volume. We could see the total amount locked on the platform, which again is almost half of the circulating supply, which is incredible. 7-day terminal volume, and then the total amount of ORN that has been removed from the total supply as well. Down here, as you can see, this is coming soon. Businesses are going to be integrating themselves into the Orion protocol, so we will be able to see the 24-hour volume for business-to-business trades, 7-day, and then the transactions as well. Lastly, under the buy and sell crypto tab, you can actually buy and sell crypto assets with a fiat on-ramp via MoonPay. So if you want to seamlessly buy or sell your crypto through MoonPay in a centralized manner, you can do it seamlessly right here. It is nice that they do have this as an option if users want it. And it just makes it so that everything is seamlessly integrated into the one platform where you don't have to jump back and forth between different exchanges. So what are your thoughts on the Orion protocol terminal? I think it's pretty clear to see this is an absolute game changer for the entire crypto industry, and it's just a matter of time before people finally begin to realize what's right in front of them. But luckily, you're special and you watch this video because you want to take advantage of the terminal yourself. So be sure to take advantage of it at orionprotocol.io. Thank you guys as always for watching, and I'll catch you in the next.